Shana. Today I will be going over sculpting finger waves. So I know a lot of people have a little mi- a misunderstanding when it comes to doing the finger waves. So I'll be taking control of the finger waves. And Jazz.
Hello, I'm Jazz. I'm from Chicago. I'll be doing a sleek ponytail, but of course, I had to jazz it up with some flat twists on the side. So I'll be showing you how we use our honey lock edge control and our beeswax to slick this ponytail down. And then I'll be defining her curls with our styling, our honey lock styling lasting gel.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and mist his hair. It's always best to work on a damp foundation as far as when you're doing your finger waves. And I like to go in with my finger waves with the Styling Mousse and Jam, which is the shine. It's very good when it comes to molding and having a loose kind of wave as far as for your um, finger waves to get it a good motion and how you would like it to flow. So I'm going to go in with the mousse first.
Right now, I'm working on the flat twist. I went in with the honey edge control. It's all I need is the honey edge control. It's really a nice hold and it gives it a nice shine. So I go in a little bit on the edges with the honey lock edge control to form her flat twist. A little goes a long way, so you don't need a lot.
I normally like to go in with the start with a side part so that way you can have no finger waves looking good straight down the middle. So you want to give them a good, nice, sleek side part so that way you could go in and you can be able to mold your hair like you need to.
After I finish this flat twist, I'm going to do a little bantu knot at the end just to give it a nice style. And I'm still using the honey lock edge control. This stuff is really good. Go. And you
Next,
guys know honey is antibacterial. So if you guys have any scalp issues, if your clients have any scalp issues, it's really good for that.
next, I'm gonna be going in with the Honey Lock styling gel, which is very long lasting. If you have those, when it comes to like ponytails,
Uh-huh.
anything that you need to give it that long lasting hold and give it that foundation that it needs, your go to is gonna be that styling long lasting gel by Honey Lock. It's defining, flake free, perfect for anything that you need to do as far as one of your molding styles. It is a loose consistency. We have one that's looser, but this is a little more thicker because of the honey texture. So I'm gonna go in on top of the mousse so that way I can be able to mold and maneuver his hair.
Okay, so you're layering products.
Yes, so I put in the mousse to give it the foundation, and then I go in with the styling gel, the holding styling gel, so that way it can give it the form of the wave, have a little motion in there.
Okay, so you're using the wrap and shine foam,
Yes,
shine mousse.
yes,
So that gives you the hydration and the slip, right?
correct.
But for the hold and the definition, you're using the Honey Lock long lasting styling gel.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. That's a good layer up.
And what I like to do as far as the motions, a lot of the time you can use two combs. A lot of people like to use two combs. A lot of people like to use your fan and a comb. I normally use a hand and a comb, and when I want to define, I'll probably come in with like a rat tooth or something like that. But outside of that, I use the small teeth and just glide it with the hair. So that way, anything that you might miss, you can still kind of control it as you going along.
Jazz, what are you using?
So I am using the Stiff Hold Superior Hair Wax. So right now I am molding my ponytail. Sometimes if your client has straighter hair, the mold, you can use this. Well, actually it's good for all textures. I figured that this was actually what straighten her hair out just because it's curly. And so I go in with a brush and gets a nice sleek, but I'm separating the hair because her hair is textured and it's thick. So I don't want to make sure her hair, the ponytail is nice and sleek. So I'm not gonna take all of the hair at once and sleek it down. I'm gonna make sure I part it, put product on, and then create my mold for my ponytail.
Did you use anything else other than the wax stick?
I just use the wax.
That's crazy.
I just use wax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never considered using a wax stick for molding ponytails. I am absolutely trying that when I get home.
It's really
Awesome.
good. Definitely good.
And so traditionally, we know PureO products for braids and locks. And I see that neither of you two are doing braids or locks. So it's
Right.
amazing to see the versatility in the products, especially when it comes to molding, sleeking, finger waves, ponytails. So how has that change been for you behind the chair?
Well, as far as with me, a lot of people, it's a marketing thing. A lot of people is known for PureO just for the lock and twist or just for the neat braid. But when you tell them that we have a lot of more products as far as for the conditioning and for the styling and for the sleeking, it kind of gravitate people more into the brand itself and look more, they want to be more invested into the brand versus just going for those two main products that they're known for.
Now with me, I'm a cosmetologist, so I do a lot of different styling. And to know like the brand, I started off with just doing locks. I started off with doing locks with the products, and they have so many products, shampoos, styling aids that I can use for pinups. So that really does well in my shop. I definitely noticed the difference with using the products for as far as like the conditioners and the shampoos, especially for textured hair. It makes the client's hair very more manageable, and it brings a lot
Yeah.
of moisture to it, especially the argan oil shampoo.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites.
Guys, I'm going to walk up to the edge of the stage to show you the difference between the Honey Lock line. So it's the same product, but the consistency is different. And the more liquid in consistency, the stronger the hold you get. Okay? So I can't walk up to the stage and hold two products. So if you guys want to come up. So go ahead and take a look at the difference in the consistency, both of these products, and even with the edge control. So we have a full Honey Lock line in different consistencies, which gives you the most versatility in styling.
Yes.
And all of our Honey Lock products base is about 70% honey. So it's antimicrobial, antifungal, it's healing and soothing. So it's great because when we think about doing sculpted looks, we're thinking a ton of gel, a ton of alcohol, right? So it's going to be crazy drying on the hair. But utilizing the Honey Lock line, you're actually nourishing and caring for your hair and scalp while still getting an amazing look.
Right now, I'm continuing to mold the hair. I'm continuing to separate it to making sure that it's nice and sleek with the beeswax. After I finish molding the hair, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna spray it with the extreme hold, which gives it a nice stiff hold,
Very
along with the
firm,
beeswax, very firm hold,
without no alcohol
no
in it.
alcohol. Nope.
So that's a plus that a lot of people like to go for because they don't get a lot of holding sprays that don't have alcohol products build that'll build up on their hair,
Hmm.
and all alcohol is going to do is start breaking the hair off. So we don't need nothing breaking the hair off. We want to go ahead and keep nourishing it to keep it maintained to a healthy condition.
And you see how the beeswax is giving a nice shine to it as well. It's not drying. It's very nourishing for the hair.
So as far as with, so y'all can see, I'm actually going.
Okay, Jess, so you already sculpted the bottom part of her hair and now you are layering that over?
I'm layering it over. Yep. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And then after I finish sculpting, I'm gonna go in with the holding spray, the stiff fix, and then I'm gonna spray it.
So no gel.
No gel, just
That's
all
crazy.
beeswax. The only gel I'm gonna use is the honey lock gel for her edges. That's it.
So just spray.
Just spray. Yep.
You guys believe her? I don't believe her.
You seen it? Y'all seen it?
We believe it when we see it because
You
that
see
sounds
it?
way too good to be true. I'm excited to see how that turns out. I never considered doing hair, which I would guess makes sense because the base of the hairsprays is purified water, pure sugarcane, and bamboo. So with the base being water, there goes your saturation, but you're still getting the hold as it dries. So it goes on very sleek, but as it dries, it starts to become tacky, and then it gives you the hold. And the good thing about that is that you can layer that spray on top of itself for even more hold. Them waves is waving. Them
You gotta
waves is
have them in the
waving.
sea.
What they say, waves don't swim.
So they hate on him.
So how do you know how much product to put when you're finger waving? I feel like I always struggle with that.
Me, how I go about, just long as I can get the hair to be sleek, the little should go a long way. Once you get that hair smooth, and the mousse to help it as well. So with the mousse and then a little bit of that styling gel, you'll be able to maneuver it.
And that's very interesting because I've always heard the opposite. Do you agree, ladies? Like you've heard the opposite when you're doing finger waves, you got to slather it with a bunch of products. I mean, that's what I've learned.
And you don't
So
need a bunch of
interesting.
products.
Why is that? Do you know?
Huh? You said
Why is it that you don't need to oversaturate the hair with the product?
it's based off what is in the product as well. That's my go-to. That's why I like to make sure I have that good foundation, so that way when I do use the product, I don't have to cake his hair up or her hair and make sure it's a whole bunch of product just sitting on.
I understand. So it's because you're layering the product with the foam that keeps you from having to overdo it with the gel.
Right.
Understood. Amazing. Thank you for that. Jazz is still at work there. You're still at work.
I'm still working. I'm still sleeking the ponytail down. Oh, it's gonna sleek this ponytail down.
So Jazz, you never wet the hair, do you? Or do you not? Or is that like an option? Or does it depend?
I usually don't wet the hair. It's usually dry. It's better when it's dry. Her hair was slightly damp at the ends. I didn't, not at the roots though. It was slightly damp at the ends. But since her hair, I mean, her hair is curly, so it probably would work if her hair was damp too. because her hair was at its natural state when I slicked it into its ponytail. Some people's hair is not into their natural state. Some people dry their hair and then they slick into a ponytail. So the fact that her hair is at its natural state and the ponytail is slicking says a lot about the product.
It does, because I understand that the product doesn't sit over the hair. It kind of infuses it like
hair.
underneath the cuticle into the cortex, right?
Yep.
So it kind of becomes one with the hair.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that because these products are organic, right, and eco certified, so it means that the farms that we source all of our ingredients are sustainable. There's no pesticides, no chemicals, nothing from the packaging to the delivery, all of it. These products are water soluble. So if you needed to reactivate the product, right, or maybe start to create some flexibility, you can just saturate the hair a bit. But if you sit in the shower and you just let the water run, the product will melt right off your hair, and your hair will feel clean. It's crazy.
Yes, very clean. And that's the best thing that I like about it. You won't ever have to worry about any buildup on the hair. It's gonna wash right out.
We have a question in the audience, and that question's for you, Jet. How would you approach this technique with like real thick density?
So with real thick density here, I probably would flat iron a little bit more, so it'll be a little flatter. And then when I'm going in sectioning the hair, as I'm molding it, I'll probably mold it and then spray it with the stiff fix, and then I will blow dry it a little bit just to give it a nice mold. Yeah, thicker hair, you have to separate it a little bit more, put a little bit more work in it. I definitely would straighten it first, though.
How about for you, Shana?
As far as I definitely, when it comes to slicking the hair down, more coarser hair, I do straighten it. Uh, Finger waving, I normally don't use the heat because I want it to be wet, of course. So a lot of the times, a lot of people like to just relax their hair, and I recommend that if you have that coarse hair. If you don't have coarse hair, you can just let it flow like the curly look. The product is going to lay it and let it flow like it needs to. So when it comes to the more thicker hair, we like to go to the relaxed side. But when it comes to the hair that is more curly, wavy, you wouldn't need to. Just make sure it's a damp foundation, and that way you go in with your mousse, you go in with your styling gel, and you could be able to start sculpting without having to do, so much to it. Really easy.
Guys, look at these waves. Isn't that awesome?
All right. I'm continuing to mold the hair. And then I'm going to go in with the stiffets, and I'm going to spray it to give it that nice, stiff, firm hold.
And as well, I'm going to definitely go in with the stiff fit to give it that firm hold, so that way he can do what he need to do. Because once the molding done, it's definitely going to give what it needs to give.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our regularly scheduled program for our 4 p.m. raffle. So if you guys have your ticket, take your tickets out. We are doing our final raffle of the day. And this is for a chance to win that prize basket, $500 worth of product. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you guys. Are you ready?
Some more excitement.
Yes. All right, let's do this. Snap. Okay, our first number is 01545. 01545. Going once, going twice. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, our second draw is 00320. 00320. Going once, going twice. Pew, 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 pew. It's a beat for me.
Right.
All right, let's do it again. Ready? And the number is 00582. Yay! We got a winner! Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, and it's Yate. Yate won. Let's give her a little bit of celebratory music just for 2 seconds. Come on up here. Oh, well, she can't come up here. She can't come up here. Give it up for Yate, you guys. Congratulations on winning. And this your first time here? The first time here. You want to say something?
Thank y'all.
Yes, love that. Give it up for Yate. Can we have someone help her with the basket? Yes, yes. Okay, so this gentleman right here is going to help you. Thank you so much, guys. If you are here tomorrow, you still have a chance to enter into the raffle for your chances to win. $50 gets you entry into the raffle. And we are back to our regularly scheduled program with Jazz and Shana featuring sleek and sculpted styles. Take it away, ladies.
All right, so I am almost done molding the ponytail. I have done her edges. I'm just turning you around. We have sleeked down her edges with the honey lock edge control.
And what I'm doing is I'm just going in to make sure I'm defining the wave. Any little pieces of hair that might try to fly up, you just go ahead and mold it on down.
And I'm almost ready to spray it with the stiff fix to give that nice hold. And then I'm going to go in and define her curls.
I did go in with the Civic, but what I'm doing is just maneuvering it around until it fully dries. So that way it can kind of stay in its place that it needs to stay in.
All right. Now I'm about to go with the stiff fix. I'll make sure I don't spray too closely to the hair. Make sure I don't get all my client's face either.
Any questions? No? Okay. How long have I been doing hair? I've been doing hair for 7 years. I've been licensed for 2. Had to take it serious. But 7 years. It's a craft. Right. But this is the look.
One more spray. If I had a blow dryer, I will make sure go over this with the blow dryer to give it a
You can
faster.
get a little diffuse in there, or you can sit them under the dryer, a hood dryer. Some people like the flat look. Some people like the high wave look. It all depends on what your client is going for. So if they are going for that flat, sleeky look, you can definitely black wrap him, put him under the dryer. But if he's going for it, you can, as it's drying, you could go through and lift it up as well. If you didn't get the defined wave that you needed, you could just go and lift it up before it fully dries, and that way you'll have the old school finger wave look instead of having a new modern sleek way.
All right,
I
right.
love a good finger wave,
Good.
child.
All right, so I'm about to define her curls. I just put some moisture to it. I actually used our micro nano, and this doesn't oversaturate your hair.
It doesn't. Really good missing.
It's a really good mister. It sits right on your hair, helps penetrate the follicles without oversaturating your hair. So I
It's
went
not
in with that.
noisy or nothing.
I went in with that just to give it a little moisture before I go in and define her curls with the styling long lasting gel. And a little bit goes a long way with this too. All you need is a little bit. I take a portion of her hair.
All right, ladies, we got just under 5 minutes left. Are there any final thoughts or any questions out in the audience? No, no,
I
no.
think they asked all of them.
All of them. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Guys, give it up for these two beautiful, amazing young ladies. It is definitely not easy coming up here and featuring something different, right? Something out of the box. But the whole idea and the plan is to show the versatility in the products, in the style, and to let you know that you are not in a lane. We create our own lane.
Right.
Right. I've actually used all of these products and I've worked 2 fashion weeks, one featuring women and the other one featuring men. So there's plenty of versatility. The clients love that their hair isn't itchy, it isn't uncomfortable, and they look amazing. So give it up for Shana and Jazz. Thank you, ladies, so much.
You're welcome.
If you have any more questions, they might just continue finishing and polishing their look off the stage, so they'll make their way there. Take advantage of our specials and our show deals, 3 for $25 or 3 for $40. Or if you just want to buy one product, it's $10 bottles, $15 bottles. But if you want to do wholesale, we got big old tubs, right? So free shipping, purchase over $100. And hey, enter the raffle for tomorrow. Up next
I'm gonna
is
finish your phone.
Blades and Beauty with Biz and Chanel. Blades and Beauty with Biz and Chanel.